that was like, 15 minutes from my house. And like we heard about it, and we're like, what are the odds that this revival broke out on my house? And so we went to the Asbury revival, and like this is the first time I had been out of the house that hadn't been for like doctor's appointments or therapy, because I was just so disabled, and it was hard for me to be in a group of people because I was so dizzy and sick all the time. And so like I went anyway, like just like trusting God, and like, all right, like God's gonna do something here. And so I went there, and my mom and I went for 2 days, and then on the third day, my mom went up to the front of the Asbury, like of the little chapel, and was like, hey, can my daughter come on stage and have like everyone pray for her for healing? And my mom, or the people were like, oh, we're not doing that. But Solomon was standing right next to the guy who my mom had asked, and Solomon was like, oh, we have a group of people in the basement who are praying for people, like healing and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. And so like it was like in this little tiny closet in the basement of the Asbury Chapel. It's like, what?
No, keep going.
Sorry. And like I didn't know what to expect. So I had never seen God's power or like God move. I've never seen anyone pray in tongues or anything like that. And so I go down in there, and there's 5 guys, Solomon one of them. And the first guy that came up to me, he was from Montana, and he said, I had a brain injury and my neck was swollen up so bad that I couldn't move my head. And like I had a minister lay hands on me and tell me that by Jesus' stripes I was healed, and instantly I was healed. And I was like, whoa, okay, like you have a brain injury, I have a severe brain injury. And so then the guy started praying over me and speaking in tongues, and just like, I could feel the Holy Spirit just like in the room, like it was so powerful. And in the midst of this, the guy that had a brain injury like went in the corner, and he started like weeping, but it wasn't like normal weeping, like it was like super distressed, like I've never seen a man weep like that before. And I didn't know what was going on in the moment, and I was like kind of confused by it. And but later, like after all that had happened, and like I was prayed over, and I wasn't healed completely, but that's like what started my healing journey and my spiritual journey. I started waking up in the middle of the night at like the same time every night, and God would like minister to my heart like what had happened and relate it to the Bible, and just the Holy Spirit would show me what had happened, and like he showed me like, okay, that was Jesus weeping for me in the corner, because it wasn't like a human thing, like it was supernatural. Like
wow.
There's no way some guy that
wow.
I had never met before would weep for me like that. And so adding on to that, I also like recently, a couple months ago, I listened to a video of a woman who she had been like abused or something, and she had a vision of Jesus weeping in a corner for her. And I was like, the same thing.
Wow.
The Holy Spirit just saying everywhere. And so that was cool. And so that's like what started my healing journey, but like it was more like spiritual healing first before physical healing. And I'm so thankful to Solomon and all them. Like amazing. And like just them being there in that room was amazing too, because they were only there for like an hour, and then that's all. Like they were there for me, and then I think 2 other people, and it was just very specific timing. And they came all the way from Canada, and I have no idea how they all got in that room together to pray for me. Like that was God's timing.